And so our adventure started, earlier and much more tragic than we expected. The whole team who'd gathered in the hall yesterday had been reduced to but a handful of brave souls, led by Drast, and not at all by that scoundrel, Artuccio, no matter what he might have imagined of himself. Jamandi Adori was waiting for us, but to get to her we'd have to go march through fire, literally. As we approached the burning building, rinsed ourselves with buckets of water. Prudence is the key to victory. Before moving through the fire, we thoroughly wet our clothes and hair. After that, we covered our noses and mouths before we rushed inside. It's a good thing we hadn't wasted any time. After entering the building and taking just a few steps forward, the wall behind us slanted and crashed down with a terrible crackling sound, blocking the way back. While we may not have planned on going back, if we'd come in a little later, the flaming logs and red-hot bricks would have fallen right on our heads. Regardless, we were left with only one way to go. The hot air burned our lungs, and our eyes watered from the smoke. But Drast led us stubbornly through the flames, while Tartuccio did nothing useful at all. We made it to the hallway leading to the banquet hall when we heard someone calling for us. It was Valerie, one of the guards I'd chatted with a bit in the banquet hall. Even then, in that calm setting, I'd been stunned by her beauty. But now, amid the smoke and flames, she looked like a celestial avenger, an armored deity, menacing but beautiful and merciful, descending from the higher spheres to help us poor mortals. She held a burned, barely living guard in her arms. "There are two more," she shouted as she passed by us. "They're wounded. Help me pull them out." Tartuccio grumbled something about how Jamandi was waiting for us. Meanwhile, Drast rushed to save them. Succeed. Saving the poor fellows didn't take long. Together, we lifted them up, carried them away from the fire. Only then did Valerie pause to catch her breath and wipe sweat from her face. "Thank you. That was truly noble of you." And now let us rush to Lady Aldori's aid, ensuring the guards we'd rescued were relatively safe. We made our way to the hall, where the battle was already in full swing, and we got XP. Okay.
Give the order.
So this is our actual tank. Someone is fatigued. Okay. That shield, though. She can't see what she's swinging at, but she won't get hit. Masterwork bastards. Okay. She can be a stalwart defender. Even more tanky. Okay. So we need to change this now. She needs to be up front with her. With us pulling in the rear.
Step, step, step!
Uncollected loot. Where? When you leave a location, you can review uncollected loot from defeated enemies and decide if you want to take it or leave it behind. Okay. Yeah, we'll leave it all behind. Say your prayers, scum. All right. Why are you just standing here?
Give the order. Let us strike as one. To victory! Wretched things.
Let the attack commence. Just die already.
Jesus Christ.
Time to get my hands dirty again.
Fight used to be a nightmare. Changed it the day after.
I can't keep this up much longer.
Wow. Assassin leader. She's feared. Is that what it is? Yeah.
Assist me or lose me.
May I see your entrails, please?
Okay. Bracers. Okay. Anything else? Great axe.
Thank you for your valor and bravery. The enemy was strong, but you were stronger. And that means I made the right choice. Just as
Our
I
reloads
thought,
were
there were
stronger.
worthy leaders among you. I'm especially grateful to them for the courage and common sense they showed while defending the mansion. But this attack means we have even less time than I thought. Someone already knows of our plans and is acting against us. You'll begin your expedition immediately.
Alrighty then.
Lady Aldori, please, I know who arranged this attack. The vile king of Pitax, Iroveti. What's more, I know who among us works for him. Hey, you! Show everyone the ring you're wearing. You think I wouldn't recognize Iroveti's seal? That's why he wasn't killed. The bandits recognized him as one of their own by this signet ring.
Diplomacy.
Yes. Such a gambit would be typical of Iroveti and his henchmen. And yet, it still seems suspicious. There's definitely a spy among us. But who? All I have is one word against another. I'm afraid you're both under suspicion.
They
Great.
both came to your aid, Lady Jamandi. But a liar's cunning knows no bounds.
Rogue
I've
One
never
found our
met
plans.
these two or their companions. For all I know, they're all conspiring spies.
Pragmatic.
How could you say that? We fought together. We literally went through fire together. And then you vanished into thin air. After you promised you'd wait.
My words might be rash.
But
I bet my life despise anyone but this man. I saw how he dealt with those creeps with my own eyes. A true warrior. I'd go with him through hell and high water. This purple crook, on the other hand, he's got the eyes of a spy and the mug of a spy.
a mug of a spy? I mean, why not a goblet? See, that's just what a spy would say, John. I think you're a spy.
Lady
Everyone's
Aldori,
a spy.
Don't listen to this thick-headed barbarian. She doesn't know what she's talking about. During the attack, our leader showed his true colors. He forced us to break into the armory and rob it.
We're in the middle of a battle and needed weapons. There was no time to run and ask permission.
Considering the circumstances, that was more than reasonable.
Is it not insane to be faced with death and stop to question whether you may be breaking some law or rule? Our leader acted
Sure,
wisely.
this isn't Spy Finder. Yes, we acted wisely.
There is a difference between initiative taken in battle and blatant arrogation. How can someone who disregards authorities be a leader himself?
Damn, girl.
What about that trick he pulled right before we came in here?
What trick?
He knew very well you were fighting the enemy, but instead of rushing to help you, he dallied as long as he could, dropping everything to save people from the fire, even though the guards were handling things just fine. He was obviously hoping to show up too late and find you already dead.
People were dying right in front of me. I gotta just walk by.
Trying to save others is commendable, but Tartuccio's right. You were needed here more.
May Shellen spare me from ever having to make such a choice, but he behaved decently as a true leader.
A true leader is someone who has their priorities straight, not someone who would put a valuable ally's life in danger for the sake of some servant.
Even speech checks are hard. They are.
Enough squabbling. I'm still not sure which of you I can trust. However, the risk of entrusting the whole affair to a spy is too great. Here's what we'll do. 2 teams will head out. That way, I'll know at least one group can be counted on to serve my interests in the stolen lands.
Thank you.
Lady Aldori, Most of those who were to set off for the stolen lands have been killed. Those who yet live will require help. Please allow me to join the expedition.
She wants to join the expedition. Who's she going to join, though?
I'm sad to lose such a talented warrior. But you're right, Valerie. They have greater need of you right now. Go, and may Abadar keep you. Which of the two teams would you prefer to accompany?
If Tartuccio allows, I will join his team. Forgive me, but I don't appreciate your willfulness.
So much for having a tank.
And I like our leader. What wisdom lies in minding orders, laws, and rules in the face of oblivion, knowing not whether you'll be alive tomorrow? I will go with his team.
Our leader is good in battle, but I don't like all the spiritual agonizing. I prefer those who can act without wasting time helping every little pipsqueak. Those like Tartuccio.
Ugh, Tartuccio's going to take the credit for himself and be done with it. Shellen, spare me from such allies. I'm going with you. You're a hero worthy of my quill.
As for me, I know neither of these two. At least not well enough. And I have no wish to become an unwitting pawn to an unworthy leader. If Lady Jamandi allows, I'll remain in Restov and help mend the wounds this attack has inflicted. But who knows? The road may bring me to the stolen lands, but not yet.
I don't even need to think. I'm coming with this man. As for you, Purple Toad, just wait until we meet along the way. I'll be sure to hang your rotten spy guts from the trees.
All right, we have two teams. To avoid unnecessary conflict on the road, you'll each take a different route to the stolen lands. Tartuccio's team will go through Navacta's crossing. The garrison commandant will provide him all the help he needs. You will take your team to
I don't
Oleg
think
Leviton's
she
trading
is
post.
coming.
He's been complaining about the Stag Lord's bandits for a while now. There, you'll be provided with all the necessary travel supplies.
Maybe.
I'd like to believe you, but I know all too well how convincing traitors and spies can be. If you're truly innocent, I hope you can forgive me this precaution. While you're away, Keston will investigate the night's events and learn who in Restov is working for Patax. But you should know that it isn't just Patax we need to worry about. The Royal House of Sertova may also interfere in our plans. I've managed to keep this affair a secret from them so far, but that can't last long. By my estimations, you have no more than 3 months. After that, any feats you accomplish will be pointless.
So we're on a timetable.
And now, farewell. This battle was but the first ordeal along your path, and you overcame it as true champions of Restov. May the obstacles that follow also fall to your feet.
What am I eating?
Fear
Chicken nuggets
nothing,
with barbecue
my
sauce.
friends, and return victorious.
Sadly, today there's no dino nuggies. Just regular nuggies.
Surviving a terrible night, our small team set off to brave our fate. Beware, stolen lands. Heroes are on the way.
Okay. Yeah. We don't have the undead or Valerie.
Blood for Gorum! Tear them apart!
Stuff missing.
Burn! Slice! Behead! Yes, behead. At last.
Jesus.
This won't kill me.
Ah,
Survive.
food.
I always
Oh, I see his
survive.
blackness. Lost. I wonder what lies
miserable
beyond.
last chapter.
Blood for Gorham!
Yes.
Ugh. I'm not doing it wrong. The spell is flawed.
At last.
Yep, charge is great. Jesus.
I'll survive. I always survive.
I wonder what lies beyond.
Who will prevail? Does it matter?
Lost.
Fucking hell, bud.
Tear them apart! I'll survive. I always survive.
Yes.
I mean, I could always reload the conversation and try to get the tank.
What lies
A miserable
beyond.
last.
Blood for Gorham! This won't kill me! I'll survive. I always survive.
Not that time, you don't. Jesus.
May I suggest another way to use this spell?
All right.
miserable last chapter.
Ouch! At last.
Fuck me. One damage.
I'll survive. I always survive.
I'll carve my name onto your flesh.
Hey, Micro. How you doing?
That is mine! You cannot have it!
Damn, girl. Calm down. Doing okay. Struggling in the game, though. Okay. Get that going. We haven't done any damage to any of them.
Die! Die!
This won't kill me.
Wait. All creatures get healed. So we just healed them. I never played Path of Exile. I tried several times, but I couldn't get into it.
I'll survive. I always survive.
Oh, Pillars of Eternity. Oh, okay. No, I haven't actually played Pillars of Eternity. It's on my list of things to do. Jesus. Should we just reload to here? I was hoping it would heal it all party members, but not that fortunate. Hopefully. I'll be mad at you? Why would I be mad at you? Thank you for the follow, Micro. We need to turn up our alerts, though. That was really quiet. Oh. Let's try.
Attention.
All right. That's a good volume. Being a stream unfaithful person today. I hop in and out. Hey, no worries. Hope you enjoy the time you got. Go Lang on top. Thank you for the follow as well. All right, we got that. Yeah, just need to worry about the variations. One moment, people. We're almost there. And there we go. We're good. That's cheating. You don't call droids at a D&D meeting.
Speak. Give the order.
Grotus awaits us.
Less.
Yes.
Enlighten me.
And Lindsay was called for.
You have my attention.
Here. Let us strike as one!
Ask. Unworthy.
Who will prevail? Does it matter?
This body holds no more.
No, they're warforged. That's what they are.
Can't be
Damn.
over.
No,
Damn.
is all of this blood mine? Never thought I had that much.
This fight's going a little differently this time.
I wonder what lies beyond.
Damn.
Serves you right.
Do not falter!
What a miserable last chapter.
This was not supposed to happen.
You have my attention.
Yeah, somehow we managed to one-shot the fight last time.
Yes, I'm still here.
What troubles you?
Quick, quick, else we miss all the fun.
Crits do exist.
I'm listening.
I have to keep that in mind.
Let us strike as one.
Share your will.
To victory!
This body holds no more.
Fall back.
Leave this one to me.
Lost.
Jesus.
This was not supposed to happen.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah. This can't be over.
Yeah, crits definitely happen against me more often than not. All right. Let's quick save it here in case we have to do this again. Exactly, Obi-Wan.
Thank you for your valor and bravery. The enemy was strong, but
Lady Aldori, please, I know who arranged this attack. The vile king of Pitax, Iroveti. What's more, I know who among us were...
probably, yes. But this evidence is circumstantial at best. There's definitely a spy among them.
They both came to your aid, Lady
How could you say that?
My words, my...
I bet my life despise anyone but this man. I saw how he dealt with...
Lady Aldori, don't listen to this thick-headed barbarian. She doesn't know what she's talking about. During the attack...
An attack is no reason to break into rooms in someone...
That was a sound decision. Sometimes one must
There we
act
go.
at one's own risk and peril, until crossing the boundaries of what is allowed. Showing initiative is no crime.
It is insane when faced with death to stop and question whether you may be breaking some law or rule.
What about that trick he pulled, right? He knew very well you were fighting the enemy, but instead of rushing to help you, he dallied as long as he could, dropping everything to save people from the
Trying to save others is commendable, but Tartu...
May Shellen spare...
A true leader.
Enough squabbling!
Lady Aldori, most of those who were to set off for the stolen lands have been killed.
I'm sad to lose such a talented war...
If my leader allows,
Yep,
I would
we got
join
her.
his team.
Commanders, military leaders, all these laws and rules are but dust and vanity.
She's in.
I suppose I will accompany Tartuccio.
Our leader is good in battle, but I don't like all the spiritual agonizing. I prefer those who can act without wasting time helping every little pipsqueak.
And I prefer those who can
like
actually be
Tartucci.
healed.
Tartuccio's going to take the credit for himself and...
As for me, I know
I
neither...
don't even need to think. I'm coming with...
All right, we have two teams. Tartuccio, your words are quite convincing. While you're away. And now...
Okay. Here we go.
Surviving a terrible night, our small team set off to brave our fate. Beware, stolen lands. Heroes are on the way.
Quick saving. A random encounter. How much you bet it's the exact same
Making
fight?
epic pose? I need inspiration.
Yeah, we're changing that. One is just awkward. A little bit. Let's put her at defensive fighting.
Avenge me.
I'm letting you out of our store.
She just got one shot.
This won't kill me. Yes, I'll survive. I always survive.
Yikes. How did she have no health? Like, how did she die so fast?
A miserable last chapter.
Heavy, we're in under heavy encumbrance for one. There. I don't know what the hell just happened. She was too far away. Like they move in too fast to use charge.
Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration.
Why are you? Okay. Girl, you better heal.
Avenge me. Axel. Yes. I'll survive. I always
Fucking hell.
survive. Axel. Yes.
Oh, great heal there, Lens.
I can't keep this up much longer. Avenge me.
Well. First off, get her back to full HP. Okay. Yeah, that doesn't affect her AC at all. Or you. Or you. Like. I don't understand. I have no armor on. Oh. It doesn't stack with mage armor? Well, this is rather pointless. Marine that gives the same stat. Yeah. Well. No. I took it off. So it's mage armor that's the culprit. It doesn't make sense. Well, they're all wearing armor, but... It specifically says it doesn't stack with mage armor. Quick save it again. Now we're actually prepared-ish.
I heard that in a faraway tribe, people entertain themselves by throwing huge logs. Whoever throws it the farthest is the strongest.
Throwing logs. Ha!
Okay. Ah, gotta rest again.
Why did you leave your home? Do any traveling bards ever live happily ever after? Or did you hope to earn your glory, singing songs in taverns?
You don't appreciate your happiness. You've been surrounded by books, paintings, poets, and singers since you were a child. In our village, the only entertainments we had were tavern fights and harvest dance parties.
What's wrong with that?
I'd have died of boredom if I stayed there.
What do you know? The same random encounter.
Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration.
Nope.
This won't kill me!
I wonder what lies beyond.
I'll survive. I always survive.
Yes.
Learning, but not well.
I'm listening. Here.
I just keep falling over. Okay.
Amiri, why don't you wear serious armor? Your entire body is covered in scars.
So what? I'm a barbarian, not some princess. It's like that with us. The more scars, the better.
A hearty meal. Okay.
time becomes distance.
Trading post. Wait. You rested. Why didn't you gain HP? That makes little sense.
Anything is possible.
Yes.
Really? Bandits. The name of the Stag Lord, the lawful authority in the Stolen Lands. We demand this week's tax and some beer. Where's that pretty wife of yours, Oleg? She should serve us dinner. Quiet down, dimwit. Oleg, we're just here for the Stag Lord's tax. Hand over the money, and we'll be on our way. You want to drink some of my blood, too? I'm sick of you. You're like locusts. You think you can control everything around here? Just because you put up that rag of yours? Come here, squeeze us dry, and come... What's going on here? Isn't it obvious? These thugs are robbing us honest settlers. They say they're taking some tax for their leader, the Stag Lord. But I don't swear allegiance to any Stag Lords. I pay my taxes to Restov. But Restov is so far away, Oleg, and the Stag Lord is so close. And as for you, get out of here before it's too late. This is our land. We own it. My task is to clear the land of bandits. I'll start now.
To victory!
Greece. Hold. Hold.
I'm all right.
Okay.
This won't kill me.
Oh, she fell.
I can't keep this up much longer.
You'll have to. So many misses. We literally hit him and it bounced off.
I'll survive. I always survive.
See, did it again.
Let us strike as one.
What a miserable last chapter.
Come on.
Do not falter.
Level up.
So many thoughts, so little time.
Okay. Prestige class. Let's see. Arcane Trickster. Trickery, Mobility, Sneak Attack. Ability to cast arcane spells, 2nd level. So Trickery, Mobility, Knowledge Arcana. Okay. All enemies within a 30-foot burst. Large person. Okay. Large person and sleep. Stalwart defender. Base attack bonus of 7. Okay. That just comes in time. Wait, she's a fighter? I thought she was a... paladin.
I am your shield.
Okay. I was wrong. She's from the Paladin Order. Okay. So she just need to level her up. You're right. Okay. Shield focus. There's a more rage feat. Yeah. Light crossbow, weapon focus. Increased hit chance. So. Expeditious retreat. Summon monster could be nice. But touch of gracelessness along with my grease. That might be. It doesn't scale later. That's unfortunate. I am more graceful than you give me credit for. Thank you very much. I'm graceful like a swan. Bite attack. Oh, so we go Mike Tyson. Got it. Why are you so mean, John? Who hurt you? Barbarian can focus on his strikes. Gains +1 competence bonus on melee attack rolls. I think lethal stance is the play there. What's up, Shirok? Lethal's the only way. Wait. Oh, okay. Why was it showing there twice, though? Weird. Alright, let's quick save that since we just leveled. And I'm going to take a short break to go use the restroom, and we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Alright. What's up, Sherlock? John's being mean to me. Take that, you scoundrels. But now, the girl got away. A plague on her. She's certain to complain to the Stag Lord. They came before to collect taxes, but this time they came to punish treason. Now what are we to do? If only I could send Svetlana somewhere safe and show those rats what's what. There's little difference there, John. Dove, why are you here? I told you to stay hidden. It's all over. I saw it. Just need to be sure you're all right. My name is Svetlana. I'm sorry your arrival to our trading post turned out so unwelcoming. Let's see. Saw someone run out of the trading post. Must have been Bakken. He sells potions. He lives out in the forest like a hermit, but he comes here every day. He knows every tree and bush in the area and how they can help you. The Stag Lord's gang wants him to work for them. He lacks the courage to fight those bandits, but he won't just walk away from us. He has a good heart, even if he grumbles a lot, especially recently. At least he's not Tortuccio. He's getting there. Let's get to the point. You say the bandits are going to attack? Who are they and when will they arrive? Who are they? They're the Stag Lord's gang, that's who. These lands teem with bandits like bedbugs in a beggar's hut, and you just stirred them up. They have a camp not far from here. I expect they'll return in full force in half a day, maybe less. The Stag Lord won't take insult like this lightly, and his henchmen are more like demons than men. What do they want? I think they own this land. They come, take what they want, and steal the better part of our money every month as a toll for their leader. They even broke our gate, so we couldn't try and hide anything from them. No one knows exactly how many there are. Sometimes only 5 or 6 come, sometimes it's a whole gang. I'd have shown them what's for long ago, if not for Svetlana. They claimed they were collecting taxes. Why? For the Stag Lord and his cronies, of course. That Stag Lord fancies himself a king in these parts. He may have antlers for a crown, but all the troublemakers around here are happy to follow his orders as long as they're paid. So they charge an arm and a leg as taxes. And they call their executions punishment for treason, even those who never swore allegiance to the Stag Lord. They're killed fast if they're lucky. If not, Dove, why don't you go start supper while we finish our talk? I have no need to be protected from dark talk. I'm not some blind kitten, you know. I've seen what they do to people. Most of the gang is made up of simple bandits, but there are a few monsters among the leadership, especially those close to the Stag Lord. Ox and Dovan from Nisrock come to mind. They like to make a show of their tortures and executions. My husband and I, we saw the bodies. I'll help you. Well, thanks, I guess. I might even be able to scrap some sort of reward together for you if we manage to defend the post. We need to decide a plan. Go ahead and look around. There may be some tools that we use for the battle. There are some pretty solid traps around, some tar, and a box of alchemist fire, looks like. Alchemist fire, we can put it by the gate. and light it off with a burning arrow when the bandits are nearby. Can you answer a few more questions? Oh. Tell me about yourselves. Surely there are more important things to discuss. In 4 more hours, he's going to call Svetlana Svetlana. How did you know my pet name for her? Have you been listening in? Is it you who's tapped my phone calls? We're just honest people who came from Restov. We fixed up the old fort to house travelers and give merchants a place to trade with the locals. We also deal with the occasional huntsman in the area. What does any of this matter? When those bandits come back, they'll either drain us dry or just kill us. Agreed. Agreed. Okay. Option to sell trash. Okay, just click offer. Oh. That shit is expensive. Okay. Use traps to help catch the bandits. Potatoes. Only advice, you'll need fire bombs soon. Okay. Some disgusting slush in the pot. Seems to be tar. Spilled tar near the trading post entrance to help slow down the bandits.
Step, step, step!
Oldwell has been renovated and cleaned. It even has a new roof. I don't know why that's important. What's there to tell? I'm an herbalist. Make potions and sell them. Gather herbs, roots, and berries. I live in the forest, live off the land. Since leaving Restov for these parts, I ended up a merchant here at Oleg's and Svetlana's post. They let me in out of kindness, help me with things. They bring me water or firewood when it's cold, and the occasional barrel of honey. They're good people. You use your help fighting the bandits. Where's this coming from? You want an old man like me to fight? Here, take this potion. Consider that my help in your fight. Bandits bother you as much as Svetlana and Oleg. Maybe more. Help us get rid of them for good. Succeeded. Alright, I'll show the troublemakers. They'll learn better than to chase an old man around. Someone might even write up some verses about me. Maybe even heroic ones. Okay. So, you said fire bombs? Don't think he has fire bombs. All right. Quick save it here. Actually, it's hard save it here. And wait. Can we rest here? Can't rest here. And he didn't have anything to, he didn't say anything about selling stuff to us. After this event. Okay. Fear not. I'll stand between you and this scum. You're under my protection. Finally, a fight. Was bored with all that talking. Well, these aren't the heroics I was hoping to write about, but I guess even the greatest heroes had to start somewhere. I see you're easily not cowed. I beg you, be careful. And please don't let Oleg do anything too risky. Svetlana, go hide inside. We're going to meet our guests.
We will prevail.
Fire. Good.
Onwards!
Ooh.
Tear them apart! Die! Die! Die!
Serves you right.
Oh, no! Is all of this blood mine? Never thought I had that much.
You deserved it.
I'll survive. I always survive.
I wonder what lies beyond.
Yes. I require healing.
Well, then heal yourself, girl.
Yes.
You rats got what you deserve. Now they'll know better than to treat honest people like cattle. And our Balkan here taught him a thing or two as well. Now, my lord, head on up to the guest rooms on the second floor. You deserve some rest after such a battle. Need to clean things up. And this is for your efforts. Now, don't offend me by trying to turn it down. Just take it. An honest fight deserves an honest reward. If that were more common practice in this world, I think life would be so much better. All right. Talk tomorrow. We're a little fat, though. What makes you think I can't be bribed?
What's in wait for me there, I wonder?
No.
No?
It's just not my lucky day.
Trail me.
Pearl. Guide for travelers, hunters, and explorers of the river. You wake up from a nasty dream about that tortured you almost all night. In it, you saw a wall of unnaturally thick fog that surrounded you, slowly moving closer and closer. A quick look out the window, and you find that the fog was not a figment of your imagination, not a dream. And then...
Hear me. Please hear me. Can you hear me? Please.
Her voice is barely more than a whisper as she reaches toward you. Who are you?
Who am I? Just a tear shed by the land itself. The bitter sigh of nature. I am a nymph, the guardian of this area. A defeated guardian. Call me the guardian of the bloom, if you wish.
I'm glad my adventure begins. My adventure begins with such a beautiful sight.
Beauty is so tender. It can so easily be crushed under the blows of cruel fate. But you can save it from being undone.
Here's hoping. What do you want from me?
Aid, salvation. We have a common enemy, and long have I searched for someone who can defeat him. The one you call the Stag Lord. As a storm strikes ruthlessly with gusts and lightning, the Stag Lord wreaks havoc with the swords of his servants. And not just in the world of people. The land also suffers from the evil he brings. My forests and my flowers suffocate in this fog. Soon even I will vanish, as the last ray of light fades at dusk.
Stag Lord's responsible for this fog?
Yes. It hides his fortress as well as his dark deeds. But while responsible, he did not create this affliction. It is the work of a powerful druid who has betrayed even himself. I know not why the powers did not leave this renegade, but even I was unable to defeat him.
How can I help you?
This fog, it enshrouds, entangles, suffocates. If only I could learn how it was created. But my powers wane. I have barely the strength to call out to you. All I know for certain is that somewhere in this forest lies an old house, and it echoes with the remnants of a strange power. The Stag Lord and his druid were there. The fog hides this place from me, but I can point you to the bandits' camp near the Thornford. Make them tell you where this place is. Go there and listen to the echo, catch the whispers, search for anything that can tell you how the fog was created. Once the fog clears, nature will breathe again, and you will be able to easily find your way to the fortress of our mutual enemy.
Is it also made out of gingerbread? Because I think I know how this story ends. Not quite.
I don't believe in fate, stranger, but our meeting seems more than a coincidence.
Okay. There are no threats in this location. It's sort of a headquarters where you can prepare your party for a new expedition. In such locations, companions don't follow you around and will go about their own business. You can speak to them freely, get to know them better. Once you exit this location and return to the global map, okay. I am not. Tell me about yourself. Where are you from? I'm from all over. Actually born in Galt, such a tiny village that it's not even on the maps. If it weren't for my teacher, I'd still be living there. Milking goats, weeding turnips, swilling homebrew, having babies, and using books only as kindling. Who is your teacher? He's a true saint. He was once an important person in the capital, at the Church of Shaylin. But he got in trouble with the authorities and went on a self-imposed exile. To the tiniest, most godforsaken, priestless village he could find, the one where I was born. He wanted to open a school, but the villagers wouldn't let him. You can heal us all you like, but no putting any ideas into our children's head. It'd only distract them from their work. But he did teach me on the sly. He taught me how to read, how to write, and he gave me books, poems, legends. He was the one who told me about the Archknights of Aviston. When I told him I was going on a journey, he gave me a magic ring so Shaylin would protect me from harm. Elevator's back up. Now I was just changing into some warmer pants. Legs were getting a little chilly. And didn't want to risk it being seen on camera. Archknights of Aviston. Who are they? Oh, you haven't heard of them? How can you be a hero without knowing one of the most epic stories in the history of the stories? No, I won't spoil anything. You should just read about them yourself, every single chapter. Their adventures are what gave me the idea of going on a heroic quest and writing about it to begin with. And now look at me. Here I am, on a heroic quest. How did you become a bard? When I realized there was nothing for me at home besides more radish patches, I decided to run away. A traveling book peddler, Tessie the Quill, happened across our village. So this is a reading game? Sometimes. Sometimes it's a listening game. Sometimes it's a fighting game. Sometimes it's a healing game. Sometimes it's a runaway game. Too much reading? Nah. Well, I stuck to her like a burr, and I wouldn't let go until she agreed to take me on as an apprentice. Together we traveled everywhere. To Brevoy, to Taldor, even Ustalav. And then I found out about the Academy of Grand Arts in Patax. And I thought, well, I love reading stories, so I can surely learn to write them too. I enrolled on my first try, and they even gave me a scholarship. Then they expelled me, but that's okay. They'd already taught me all the important stuff, and now, with Shaylin's help, I can manage on my own. So, Blight, you're telling me you don't like listening to me read? That is a close one, Kakashi. Yet, John. Yet. Do you worship Shaylin? Yes, not to offend the other gods, but she is the most important of them all. All the other gods guard the world as it is, but only the eternal Rose, the goddess of beauty, calls us to the world as it should be. Why are your clothes so messy? Forget it. I can't waste money on looks. I'd rather buy books instead. In 100 years, when people are reading my works, they aren't going to ask whether the author had holes in her sleeves. Let me ask you about something else. You come from Patax, right? Tell me about it. What's life like in Patax? Patax has always been one huge nest of thieves. Bandits, river pirates, smugglers, fences, card sharps. It's always been home to the likes of them. But that was before Irovetti became king. With him, a whole different life began there. What do you know of King Irovetti? He won his crown in a game of cards. It says as much about Pitax as it does about him. He's fiendishly clever. Some cheats I know told me that from the moment he appeared, he started to pulling off such schemes that the old city masters just scratched their heads. With him in charge, gold flooded into Patax, and also he's incredibly, unimaginably, fantastically decadent and conceited. Getting drunk with whores at the pub. That's not Lord Irovetti's style. Oh no, he aims higher. Dressing up like a male Calistria. Yeah, the goddess. With a golden codpiece and holding a 3-week orgy. With dancing on their rooftops, parades, public executions, and a contest for the best ode to the great unrivaled king. That's more like it. He also likes singing, and he orders his guards to make the citizens gather for his shows. May Shaylin have mercy on his listeners. Tell me about the academy you studied at. You know, jokes aside, I'm thankful for Iravetti for building it, but he has no taste at all, whatsoever. He likes his art loud, bright, grandiose, and most importantly, glorifying his royal highness. He kicked out the best charcoal artist because he didn't wish to spend money on gray scribbles. He sacked a masterful flute player from Tianzia for playing too quietly, and instead ordered them to open a kettle drum class. He even ordered the academy to expel me, and for what? An innocent limerick. I want to know what the limerick was. Would you like to go back to the academy and finish your studies? I'd like to return, but on one condition. They threw out 3/4 of the professors who teach there now and returned all the ones they banished. If you ask me, I'm proud to have been expelled. If my art was to Iravetti's liking, then I would have reason to be ashamed. Let me ask you about something else. Tell me about the book you're writing. What is there to tell? You've seen some of my rough drafts already, haven't you? The book about you and your adventures. I'm writing the whole truth just as it happened. Well, the whole artistic truth. You know, no glory, no story. Why are you writing it? What's the point? When I was at the academy, Theobald, the insightful, began his literature course with one question. What is a person? He answered, a person is a storytelling animal. Our world doesn't consist of things, all these woods, seas, and cities. It consists of stories about those things. The stories we tell to ourselves and to each other. Just think about it. Centuries will pass, and there will be no one but me. There will be no me and no you. All your subjects will be long gone. You and I will live on in people's memories and influence their deeds, thanks to this very book. No offense, but your command of language is not that good. The truth doesn't hurt me. Who do you think my most severe critic is? That's right, it's me. This is my first real book, and I have much yet to learn. But don't you worry, I will do your feats justice. And if I put my foot in my mouth here and there, then we can print a second edition, revised and corrected. Your book is full of inconsistencies. Well, yes, I can admit that. Sometimes one has to bend a few details for the sake of dramatic effect. It's called poetic truth. I write about everything as I saw it with my own eyes, even parts of the adventure that I wasn't around for. But I do always carefully question everyone who was with you at the time. Think of it as a general picture. In the end, you're the hero of this book, and I'm just the storyteller. So what kind of character am I? In books, everything is simple. These are the heroes, and these are the villains. In life, of course, it's completely different. You have to make difficult decisions, and I don't always agree with you. But that's what makes you a complex, multifaceted character. How do you feel about me reading your work in progress? Well, these are only drafts, but of course you're welcome to read them. Just keep in mind that even if you don't like what I write about, I won't change a single letter, so don't even ask. Of course, it's a book about you, but it's my book, understood? I have no interest in censorship. Any stories about me are welcome, as long as they're interesting. No, I'm not going to make up any fiction about you, and why would I? I wouldn't be able to invent half the adventures you keep getting yourself into. Tell me about your friendship with Tessie the Quill. What's there to say? The books woke my urge to travel, but it was only thanks to Tessie that I managed to really get out of my village. At first, Tessie tried in vain to get rid of me, but later, when I told her I was staying in Pitax, she even shed a tear. I wonder where she is now. Drast isn't that complex. His choices are surrounded, but if there's loot or not. I mean, I am a loot whore. What's the deal with the ring you always wear on your finger? Ah, this. It was a gift to me from my first teacher. It's magical, imbued by the powers of Shaylin, no less. When I get myself in trouble, it transports me to a safe spot. Really? Don't be angry with me if I suddenly disappear from a fight. I'll wait for you here, I promise. Okay. Manorial 8 Eyes. Hey, you're an adventurer, right? Seeking your fortune in the stolen lands? You aren't the only one of your kind here. Take my advice. Keep your eyes open and watch your back. Sometimes the one who calls themselves your friends are more dangerous than your enemies. Who are you? Manorial 8 Eyes. Once upon a time, I was famous throughout Absalom. Manorial 8 Eyes of the Reckless Six. Glory passes quickly. A few miserable decades later and no one recognizes you on the street anymore. What a shame. What are you doing here? I sit here waiting for adventurers who are in need of help. We may be sitting here in a backwoods tavern, but in Absalom, I have lots of friends who are eager to make a few coins. They have brave hearts but shallow pockets. A little gold would be welcome change for them. I can send them a message and they will come from Absalom through a portal. If you're interested, just give me a sign and we'll arrange everything right away. I need loyal, experienced fighters. I have friends like that. Just decide who exactly you need, and they'll come on my signal. This will cost you 2,000 gold pieces. I don't have enough money right now. Well, I'm not going anywhere. Why are you called 8 Eyes? Once, long ago, I could spot an enemy and pin him to the wall before he could even think of attacking. Some said I had 8 eyes and looked all around at once. Though it seems I've outlived my nickname. Manorial stretches her arm forward. Her palm trembles noticeably. I've been drinking so much lately. It's best I don't test my skills too often. Where were you when the trading post was attacked? I was hunting. Got a little lost in the mist, which is the first time it's happened to me. Guess I should go easier on the drink. But don't you imagine I'd be scared of a good fight. If I'd only known I was missing all the action. But I see you've got everything under control. Would you like to join me? No. I've got enough things to do already. You'd better manage on your own. A famous Pathfinder here in the middle of nowhere. Why? Want to know how one could exchange the life of a Pathfinder for this sorry drunken rat hole? You lose all your friends because of one scumbag, and then you'll understand. I was the only one to return from the final campaign of the Reckless Six, and whatever is left of me can't be called a secret anymore. Here's the story. Our leader, Vermelt, was the best of us. Wise, brave, friends with everyone. One of those friends, Adavian, Drast, sent him a disturbing letter. He stumbled upon mention of some ancient books in the art of necromancy. Secrets like those are best left hidden forever. Trust me, I've seen what that kind of magic can do. To make a long story short, these volumes were supposedly hidden in the catacombs of Gallows Spire. We decided the books should be retrieved and kept safe by the Society. We gathered in a tavern, discussed the expedition, and then proceeded to Ustalov. It was a normal mission, a quick and quiet recovery. But everything turned out to be much more complicated. We barely made it through the Witchgate Forest. All those terrible living trees, undead druids, and their arches of bone. It was a miracle we managed to make it out alive. We'd chosen Renchurch to stop at. It was marked on Vermelt's map as a safe enough haven to hole up and lick our wounds. How I wish that had been true. Vermelt was the first to perish. He was attacked by one of the monsters hiding in the stables. It tossed him about like a feather and threw him down an ancient well. His shout echoed for a long time, and I didn't hear the sound of him landing. And then... Enough. I shouldn't have gotten into this. Who am I to stir up others' feelings with all my chatter? We better forget about it for now. Maybe I'll tell you some more some other time. But not today. I want to know more about the Pathfinder Society. What's the purpose of the society? It's a school of adventurers. We search for those who are eager to test their skills, and we educate them and give them ideas on where on Golarion they might seek their fortune. They look for forgotten knowledge, secrets, and lost artifacts. They are the explorers and pathfinders. We're sort of a mutual assistance club for adventure lovers. We exchange experience, share knowledge, and keep careful records, in case it proves useful to future expeditions. And also, we publish books for thrill seekers and bored urban teenagers from wealthy families. What kind of members does it have? All sorts of adventurers. We have representatives from all races, religions, and beliefs. The Grand Lodge is an Absalom. There are many smaller lodges throughout Golarion. And the adventure captains direct pathfinders to their goals from across all the corners of the world. There are many renowned heroes in the society, and many scoundrels as well, whose service to the society has brought them fame. Who does this society support? You mean, who does it serve? No one in particular. Pathfinders try not to get involved in quarrels of others. They serve only the spirit of adventure, and sometimes they happen to save the world. However, that doesn't mean there are no black sheep among the seekers. Regarding your story. Yeah. She just says the story over again. What happened in Renchurch? I have no wish to fill your sleep with nightmares. When you prove that you can stand firm in battle, that you can achieve victory without losing yourself along the way, then I will tell you the horrors awaited for us in Renchurch. Okay. Hope you're feeling all right after that battle. I definitely don't want to waste your time, but if you have a moment, I have a request. This is a very personal request, and maybe not important enough for your time. I completely understand if you say no, but the first time the Stag Lord's thugs came here demanding money, they also took my wedding ring, just tore it off my hand. Just a trinket, really, but it meant so much to me. I remember every moment of the day Oleg gave it to me, that ring in hand, to ask if I'd marry him. I was standing in a fancy dress on the stairs of my father's home, hearing that I misheard something, or that I'd say something stupid, and everyone around would laugh. If you happen to find my ring among the bandits' possessions, please bring it back to me. It's easy to recognize. My name is engraved on the inside the band. There is one more thing. Among the bandits, there's a dark-haired woman who wields dual axes. She's not bad in a fight. In fact, she can be extremely dangerous and cruel. But please, I beg you, show her mercy if you have the chance. Sure. Tell me about yourself. How did you and your husband find the courage to establish a trading post in the Stolen Lands? It was Oleg's idea. though I supported him in it. We didn't realize how dangerous it was here, of course. In Restov, everyone respects the Sword Lords. Everyone's accustomed to relying on them. Even the mention of someone like Lady Jamandi would be enough to fend off a street thug or some or some other trouble. Could maybe even work in some places here, but not with the Stag Lord's men. What can you tell me of the Stag Lord? He's not just some average bandit. If no one puts a stop to him, he'll turn the stolen lands into his personal kingdom, a kingdom of fear and oppression. I like adventures, but I definitely prefer the ones that involve stopping villains and helping people. Can't thank you enough for the hope you've given me, but please be careful. Stag Lord is extremely dangerous. Okay. You certainly ruffled those villains' feathers. Well, anyway, new day, new troubles. Have you seen the fog? Never seen anything like it before. The road to Restolov looks like someone spilled milk and it just hung in the air. Couldn't see anything through that soup. Not even with a torch. Feels like witchcraft to me. I bet the Stag Lord's involved somehow. Rumors say he deals with all kinds of bad magic. Tell me about yourself. Why open a trading post in such a dangerous place? I just dislike the noise. I'm from Restov. Cities are complicated. Lots of people, and each with their place on the shelf. Bow before this one, fear this other. Don't do business with a third, but be sure to be extra nice to the fourth. And villages are a little better. Everyone likes to stick their noses into each other's businesses. I just wanted a place where I could be my own master, so I ended up here. I need to take care of the Stag Lord. Know anything that could help me find him? It's quite a task you've set yourself on. Stag Lord has a fortress somewhere in the area. Only a few chosen from the most trusted of his rabble are ever invited. The location of the fortress is a heavily guarded secret. And with this fog hanging around, I'd imagine it'd be even harder to find. What else can you tell me about the Stag Lord? Not much. Not like I've sat down and shared a cup of wine with the man, you know. But I think he arrived in the Stolen Lands less than a year ago, from what I've heard. As soon as he got here, he took over everything. Wrote to Restov, tried to warn him that the Stag Lord wasn't some typical gang leader, but they didn't listen. Rumors about him are horrible. He'll kill a person if so much as disagree with him. He never reveals his face. Those who've seen him up close report the same thing. Ugly scars cover every inch of skin not covered by his clothes. Show me your wares. Okay. Nope. Give her a bonus to saving throws. Okay, so that does stack with mage armor.